Good morning. Good morning, folks. Want to try this again. Good morning. Good morning. I love it. I'm happy to see all of your smiling faces, the individuality, not individualism. I'm happy to see collectivity modeled in this space. There's something beautiful about seeing a shift from people sitting in chairs to kind of getting them onto the floor, specifically you. It was like, I could tell, Judah, good morning. I could tell that there was like an apprehension. But then I saw a transformation, a shift of I want to do that too. And so there's ways in which, as seminarians who are called to do the work of justice, there's a power in being. There's a power in just how we move through the world that can invite people into new ways of being. And so I just wanted to note that, because oftentimes, we're maybe inculcated, socialized to it's like seminarians and faith leaders to prophetic and call out the thing and say the thing, and call it out and name it. And that's one way. And then there's also being, there's also modeling that is super powerful. So give a round of applause for yourselves for showing up. All right, I kind of made the chapel service 30 minutes ago, so we're gonna try it out. We're gonna do some call and response. Is that all right? Yes. Good. We're gonna do some call and response. Is that all right? Yes. Okay. I'm gonna get a little loud, just giving you a heads up. So when I say something, I want you to repeat it, okay? Yes. Power. Power. Transformation. Transformation. And miracles. Power, transformation, and miracles. I need it. I want it. I got to have it. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Power, 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 transformation, and miracles. I need it. I want it. I got to have it. Right now. 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 Give a round of applause for yourselves. Let's go around in a circle. I'd love to get some reflections on how that felt to start chapel service that way. I'm gonna pass it to my right.
Thank you, Steff. Hi, everyone. It felt very like a good release and just a way to shift the focus and just kind of be mindful. It was really cathartic in a sense.
When I was in high school, I was trained to be a drum major and trained to speak from a particular place. And as I learned to activate that kind of power place, I could feel my voice activate. And when I'm but that was now 15 years ago. And I was noticing today calling to that place of this is where that voice comes from, and like struggling with it and being like, okay, that's where that is.
Similar to my journey from chair to cushion. It was really awkward at first, but then once I realized what I was saying and internalized it, it was a great opportunity to be loud.
I would say it was really energizing. I felt a lot of like kinetic energy in my body and in this space.
Steff, it was a great way to feel a connection, and so I'm grateful for that.
This is my first chapel service, and so I was just like, oh, this is cool. Yeah, it was just very fun, very energizing, and not what I was expecting.
Like Stockton, I think I had a transformation from being scared, apprehensive at first, to it feeling good.
I was also feeling very reserved and sleepy on my way in here. Now I feel more awake.
I love that. Yeah, I think it's always interesting. Like, I'm a loud person, so it's funny. Like, when I'm asked to be loud, I feel weird about it. When I'm not trying, I'm loud as hell. So it's just I appreciate it.
Transformation is one of my favorite words. It's kind of a word I like to live by, so I appreciate that you just brought that in there.
Thank you so much. Speaking of transformation, this chant was developed by Phil Agnew, co-founder of the Dream Defenders, which is my political home, and I think it's imperative in these times that we sit with transformation as like a process and a praxis, a daily kind of thing, you know, versus like thinking about, like when we think about change, we think it's like here and now I'm changed. Or like revolution is like a one-time event. Audre Lorde says it's not. Angela Davis would say freedom is a constant struggle. So I want you guys to think throughout the rest of the week about transformation being like a daily step. You don't ever really, there's not really a, transformation is ongoing. In every single choice that we make, there's transformation happening. So I want to invite you guys to sing with me. Is that all right? Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. I said, is that all right? Yes. We're going to sing a song together. Is that all right? Yeah. There we go. Good morning, Deepak. Who wants to hold out the tambourine? Deepak. All right. So I'm gonna teach it to you first. Cool? All right. This song is called That's How the Light Gets In, originally by Leonard Cohen, but rewritten by Erica Cross and Malu Brooks of the Dream Defenders. So I'm gonna lift that up, and here it goes. Forget your perfect offering. Just ring the bells that still can ring. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. That's how the light gets in. That's how the light gets in. That's forget your perfect offering. Just ring the bells that still can ring. Good. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. That's very good. That's how the light gets in. Forget your perfect offering. Just ring the bells that still can ring. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. That's how the light gets in. That's how the light gets in. That's how the light. Forget your perfect offering. Just ring the bells that still can ring. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. 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 Forget your perfect offering. First ring the bells that still can ring. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. That's how the light. Just ring the bells that still can ring. Louder. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. That's how the light gets in. Forget your perfect offering. Just ring the bells that still can ring. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. That's how the light gets. That's how the light gets in. Forget your perfect offering. Just ring the bells that still can ring. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. Yes, that's how the light gets in. That's how the light gets in. Hey, that's how the light gets in. Forget your perfect offering. Just ring the bells that still can ring. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. That's how the light gets in. Hey, that's how the light gets in. That's how the light gets in. That's how the light gets in. Make some noise. This next piece is called What Happens to You Matters to Me. It's by Janae Taylor from the Highlander Research and Education Center. What happens to you? What happens to you? It matters to me. What happens to you, it matters to me. Good. What happens to you, it matters to me. What happens to you, matters to me. You sing. What happens to you? What happens to you matters to me. What happens to you, matters to me. Here's the melody. What happens to you, it matters to me. What happens to you, it matters to me. You sing, what happens? What happens to you? Yes. What happens to you? What happens to you? A little bit louder for me. Yes. What happens? What happens to you? It matters to me. What happens to you? It matters to me. Sing along. What happens to you? Same time. Matters to me. What happens to you? It matters to me. What matters? What happens to you? I don't hear you. A little bit louder for me. What happens to you? Yes. What happens? Keep it going. What happens to you matters to me. What happens to you? What happens? It matters. Keep going. What happens? It matters. Keep going. What happens? It matters. You. What happens? What happens? It matters. You. It matters to me. What happens to you? It matters to me. What happens to you? It matters to me. Turn to your neighbor and say, what happens? Look at them in their eyes. Say from the bottom of your heart. I want you to wrap your arms around yourself and sing to yourself. We need to remind ourselves. Hold yourself tight. Now, if you're comfortable, please share hands, join hands. What happens to you? What happens? What happens? Make some noise. My pastor, senior minister, Micah Busey of Judson Memorial Church, has this saying that's been going viral. Want to know what it is? If empathy is a sin, then sin boldly. I'm going to say that again. If empathy is a sin, then sin boldly. My friends, we are in a time where empathy is being weaponized to separate us, to pull us apart from our interconnectedness. It's being used to sow hatred and resentment for everybody, to divide and conquer. And now more than ever, empathy, I argue, is a thing that may save us from self-destruction. The reason that I did this chapel today is because today is my birthday. And usually I would spend the day alone in like contemplation. I'll go on a hiking trail, be reflective and be alone. But my schedule is nuts since I'm an STM student, and so every single day is something to do. So I said, I'm gonna do my birthday with everybody and try to give the opportunity to share this practice. I will take myself on a picnic. Sometimes I'll do a group picnic, but I'll take myself on a picnic, on a nature trail, and be in contemplation about what am I bringing forth for the next 365? Somewhat like a New Year's resolution, if you will. But like rather than I plan to do X, it's more of a I plan to be X. Because I believe in this, I'm like in the life coaching kind of mentality of be, do, have, right? So what you have is a result of what you be, and who you're being impacts your doing, and what you're doing really connects to your having. So with that said, every year I try to set this intention of I'm gonna be this way. I'm bringing forth this type of energy, this type of position, this type of like just a grounding, right? So I want to take a moment and give everybody a chance to contemplate for yourselves. This is my gift to the Union Theological Seminary community. What are you bringing forth for the next 365? And if you feel comfortable sharing it, please share. You can even share why if you want, or you don't have to share why. You can just share the word. I'm an educator, so pedagogically it makes sense to model it, right? So I'm gonna model for you. For the next 365, I've been thinking about this for like the last few weeks, like what am I really gonna do? And for me, what feels true is devotion. So for the next 365 days, everything I do is going to be grounded in and coming from a place of devotion. And I'm not coming from a place of devotion is easy and that's why I'm doing it. I'm coming from a place of there's going to be some hard times, there's going to be some challenging things, and I believe I'll be tested continually. But I think the thing that will keep me in the work is a sense of devotion. The thing that will sustain me is a sense of devotion. So I want to approach everything from a place of devotion, which means you do it even when you don't want to do it. You do it when you don't feel like doing it. You do it when you're tired. You do it because you're faithful to a call. So for me, devotion is the thing that I'm going to bring forth in everything I do. So I want to pass the mic to anybody who'd like to share something that they'd like to bring forth for the next 365. And yeah, we'll keep it going like that. Romy. Please help me, Romy.
I would like to focus on and bring into being nurture. I've had several opportunities, ministries that have sunsetted, and so I've been focusing on nurturing others. And while I still want to do that, I also want to increase nurturing of myself for the next 365.
Any other brave souls in the room that would like to share as much or as little as you feel?
The words that I'm thinking about are listening and imagination. I've been thinking about how so much of this pressure against my imagination and wanting to really be present with the opening, but with that opening comes listening.
Thank you so much. I am thinking about hope. It is easy with the way the world is going, and even the United States being a leader in some sense, but then with the fragility and the chaos in the country, and that is shaping how other things happen in the world at large, and even here specifically. So it's easy for me to kind of dissociate from my lived experience and the things happening around me. But for the next season, I want to be hopeful and pass that hope around to other people.
Showing up for the next 365. Not retreating, not going to the places of isolation, but showing up.
I just want to say thank you so much for leaning in and trusting the process and daring to raise your voice and say something. It's not easy to push and to be vulnerable in front of strangers in some regards, but I just want to say thank you for just trusting the process and being generous.
And that's actually the word I was going to use that I want to call in for the upcoming year. So trust, just more trust within my body, more trust spatially. And I think a part of that too is allowing more patience, taking more pause. And I wanted to say to that, I don't know your name, but I just love before you speak, you really do take a beat. You take a few beats before you talk. And I could see it just how you express your emotion. So that's it in action. That's what I'm inspired by.
Love that. I think the word that came to heart was adventure. And in a weird riddle of events that followed, the earth is alive, I'm alive, and finding a way to honor that truth every day and our oneness is an adventure. So I think that's how I'm feeling about it.
first I want to say I share a similar practice on my birthday, and this year, it passed about a month ago, and I similarly missed that practice, and so I appreciate this space. What was coming up for me is something along the lines of patience and practice over perfection. And I don't know, it's been I think for many people, probably like a lifelong battle of being able to be in perfection and feel comfortable there. But I think it's the only place really to be. And so just having patience and focusing on the practice and allowing myself to be imperfect in school and relationship and committing to the practice.
I would say my word is exploration. I feel like this past 365, I've been really eroding a lot of the ideas about what I had to do or who I had to be in order to be successful or worthy or loved or insert word here. And now that I've removed a lot of those things, I want to use my imagination as well to rebuild what I can replace those expectations of myself with.
I would say playfulness. To reclaim, I used to be a very playful child, but I think, things get kind of serious when you grow up and life intervenes and things are heavy, and then you feel like you have to grow up and be responsible and you have to be serious. And then you have this job that makes you feel very serious. And I want to reclaim that playfulness because I think that's where the liberation for me lies. And I could do it, but I forget. So if you see me, remind me, am I being playful today? In whichever way, whatever way that might mean. So that would be my, hopefully 6-3. I will fail every day, but I will try every day.
Yeah, I just want to share, I think my word is agency. And I'm thinking about, and when I say agency, the agency to be happy. And I think a lot of things are happening around us in the world which is out of our control. But then when I talk about agency, I talk about taking control, taking agency of what you can control, what is in your space that you can control. And that has been something that I've been structuring my life with, it feels like being dropped, the whole thing that's controlled by all these external forces. And then the question is, it's very easy for you to lose your agency of what you can control in your life, and that takes away that happiness from you. So I think I've been trying to make that practice through, when there is anger, what do I do with the anger? I grieve in the anger, and in the grief and the anger, it brings about memories, and that memories, out of it is new things are created, and it helps me to understand the things I can control about people I love. When I say control people I love in the space, showing up is a way of being able to control those spaces and being able to give out myself, be vulnerable with my, yeah, and all of that is through agency. So that's the word I'm taking along, agency. Yeah.
Y'all want to do another song? I'm not feeling it. Y'all want to do another song? You want to do another song?
Yes. Yes.
That's the most enthusiastic you've been all day. All right. All right. No one is getting left behind this time. You say, No one is getting left behind. No one is getting left behind this time. We get there together or never get there at all. We get there together or never get there at all. I want to say real quick, this song is written by Joshua Blaine of Jewish Voice for Peace. No one is getting left behind this time, you sing. No one is getting left behind. Good. No one is getting left behind this time. We get there together and never get there at all. You sing. We get there. We get there together and never get there at all. You sing. No one is getting left behind this time. No one is getting left behind. No one is getting left behind this time. We get there together and never get there at all. We get there together and never get there at all. No one. No one is getting left behind. No one is getting left behind this time. We get there together and never get there at all. We get there together and never get there at all. Sing, no one. We get there. We get there. We get there. No one is getting left behind this time. No one is getting left behind. No one is getting left behind this time. We get there together and never get there at all. We get there together and never get there at all. We get there. We get there together and never get there at all. We get there together and never get there at all. We get there. 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 Say I. Say I believe. I believe that we. I believe that we. I believe that we will. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will clap, clap. I believe that we. I believe that we. Well, I believe that we will win. Louder, louder, louder. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. That we will win. I believe 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 that we will win. Make some noise. All right, folks, it's been amazing. Thank you to Dean Montez for giving me the opportunity to do this. Thank you to Romy for being excellent at his job. And shout out to me for my birthday. This is my gift to all of you. And that I ask in return is two things. Two things. Stream my new album. It's called Into the Wilderness. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, everything. Search Steff Reed. The album is called Into the Wilderness. So that's one. Two, lead with love.